I'm like, so what kind of play is it? Because like you walking around this little play, like what kind of play is it? What is it? Like what is it? Cause welcome back to the channel. SheIsE. That's me. E. Y'all, don't mind me. I look real crazy right now because I just got out the shower and I got ready to go to bed, but I'm like, let me go ahead and do this story time that I've been sitting on before I go to bed. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, show your girl some love. I'm coming with more story times. I'm planning on it, but this is my first story time, so y'all bear with me. And I wrote some notes because this was like 6 years ago or so, and I might forget stuff, so I wrote some notes, as well as this is my first story time, so I don't know how it's gonna go. Y'all bear with me, it will get better. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate it, and let's get to it. Suscríbanse. Okay, y'all, so disclaimer right now, y'all, I'm not saying this story to hurt anybody's feelings or to put anybody's business out there, but at the end of the day, this is my experience and I went through this, and I'm gonna speak about my life if I want to. You shouldn't have put me in this situation. The fuck? So it's like 6 years ago, right? This was 6 years ago, senior year summer, so basically the summer before senior year. And y'all, when I tell you that summer I was wilding, like, let's not judge here because we don't judge on this channel and we live life to learn lessons and whatnot, but I was wild in that summer. Like, I was going crazy and just turning up, partying every night, just doing wild shit, wild stuff. So anyways, I was out there, especially because I got a new neighbor at that time that was like around my age, and she was the daughter of a neighbor that I used to hang out with, and she was a little, wild. She was a little out there. So I got, out there with her because I didn't really have somebody to go out every night like I did then. Okay. I was also about to be a senior. It was the summer before senior year, like I said. So I was about to be a senior. I felt grown. I'm like, it's my senior year. I'm going to turn up. I'm about to be done with high school. I'm about to have fun. So I had fun. That's what I did. I had fun. But anyway, so that little neighbor of mine, like I said, she was wild. She was like a year or so younger than me, but she was grown. Like, she was grown. She was grown. So she kind of taught me the streets. Now I'm just playing, but I don't think she's like that anymore. I think she's grown and got her own SheIsE and stuff. I don't really talk to her because we kind of fell out. We grew up, grew apart, whatever. Like, it happens. So, but I don't think she's like that anymore. And we were young. We didn't have as much responsibilities as we do now. But so y'all, I used to live in this apartment complex called Deer Path back in Michigan, where I live. And back there, we knew this neighbor. Not giving him a name because he's really not important to the story, and she's not really that important to the story, but I'm gonna call her Candy. I'm gonna call her Candy because you mentioned a few times, so I'm gonna call her Candy. Anyway, so me and Candy used to always throw parties up in Deer Path, and we would use that neighbor's apartment because he just didn't care. He was bored. He wanted to turn up too. Low key, we should have been throwing parties at his house, but let us, and we took advantage of that because we were young, we were dumb, we were trying to have fun, and I wasn't finna throw parties at my mom's house, and she wasn't gonna throw a party at her parents' house. So it was the neighbor's house where we were at. So anyways, Candy knew the whole town. Like, she knew everybody, because I didn't know nobody like that. Like, I be seeing people around high and by, or people just know me, or I just got people on my friends list. Like, I got people on my friends list that I don't even know. So like that, but she knew everybody. She had the contacts. So Candy, every party was contacting people. The apartment parties would be like this. Guys would come with their drinks, with their smokes, with the little party festivities to turn up with us. So we would just have a blast, yo. Like, even on the weekdays, like, we would be partying, like, because it's summertime, but still, like, if it wasn't for my mom calling me, cussing me out, like, get your inside, I would still be partying. Like, I would be partying as much as her.
Sometimes I had to tell Candy, like, girl, I can't come out because my mom said I've been partying too much and I need to settle down. And
Candy didn't get that, because her parents didn't care, like, or they just let her do what she had to do. You know, she was, like I said, she was grown. She was grown. I was about to graduate, and I was about to be a senior, but I don't know if y'all know Latino families, and I'm sure like African American families like that too, but you're not grown. Like, you can be 33 and you still not grown, and you still gonna get popped in the mouth, you know, if you talk a certain way to your family members. So, and that's not everybody in the Latino community, and that's not everybody in the African American community, but it's my community, my family. So they were like, no, you're not going nowhere. And I was like, back then I was like so upset because I wanted to turn up, but like now thinking about it, I am so glad my mom stopped me. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, y'all. These nails. These was my birthday nails. They look real yummy. Little cakes and ice creams and whatnot. Yes, they're cute. To continue. So yeah, me and Candy was throwing parties every day at these apartments. This was a grown neighbor too. Like, he was real grown, but he was a tad bit off. I don't know. We ain't gonna get into that. Sorry, y'all, my mouth is dry. It is dry out here in Vegas, like the desert for real. But y'all, we was being real trifling throwing these parties at this neighbor's house. Like, I think that has to, though, like, there's so many parties that we threw at that house with so many situations that there's definitely other story times that I have to tell you about me and Candy's adventures. But yeah, no, like, why was he letting us throw these parties there? Like, no. Basically, you know, every time she had one of her little friends come over, like I said, Candy knew a lot of people in the L. So she would, you know, bring a lot of people and whatnot to the parties, get lit. I would get to know who I thought was cute at the party, and would communicate and have our little fun and text and this and that, or they would just be cut off the next day, just depending on how I felt. Like, I don't know. This night, she threw, it was once again another party night, another turn up night for us at the neighbor's house, and Candy invited some friends. And sometimes we would have to invite or she would have to invite and ask a few people, because like some people was busy, some people was doing this, some people was doing that, whatever. So she invited these folks. She invited these men, and they came to the party. So it wasn't really a party, because it was like, sometimes it would be a party, like it would be lit there, but sometimes it would just be a get together, and we would just be chilling, vibing or whatnot. So this time, I think it was more like a get together. It was me and Candy and these two other guys. When the two guys came in, my friend Candy's like, go open the door for, so and so. They said they here. So I go to the because it's an apartment complex. So I go to the outside door basically to let them into the apartment hallways. And that's where the two boys come in, the two men, the two guys, whatever you want to call them, they came in. And one was real cute, and I was like, okay, he real cute. Because sometimes Candy's friends was just ugly. Like, and I was like, no, there's no way. No. But this one was real cute. And this the one that we gonna call him we gonna call him Fumble. Y'all, we gonna call him Fumble because the man was always fumbling the bag. Y'all, the man was always fumbling the bag. Like, he can never grab the bag, he can never catch the bag, he can never hold the bag. This man was always fumbling the bag. Like, he couldn't get a hold of it. Poor guy. I don't know how he doing or what he up to now, but I know that at the time he could not get the bag. He was always fumbling that bag. That bag was running and he was chasing it and he never caught up to it. Anyway, Fumble came in. He was like, hey, how are you? I'm like, I'm good. Hi, how are you? You know, I said hi to the friend or whatnot. Came with their bottles, they drinks, they smokes, and we was drinking and turning up and doing party festivities and just like having a good old time. We was vibing to the music, we was talking, we was chilling. And then Fumble started flirting with me a little bit. He asked for my handles, like, you know, I think at that time I used more Facebook. He added me on Facebook and stuff, and then we was kicking it for the night. He was flirting, just being all flirty, talking and stuff. We was kicking it, we was dancing, we was having a good old time, y'all. We was having a good old time. So yeah, after the party, y'all, me and Fumble kept speaking. We kept kicking it every now and then. We made several parties after that. And then instead of us inviting just other randos or just, you know, other people that Candy knew, like, we kept inviting Fumble and his friends, the little mix or whatnot. And me and Fumble kept flirting with me. Me and Fumble kept kicking it, like I said. Was chilling separately without Candy, just on some me and him. Y'all, I should have stopped talking to Fumble when he was on some shady stuff. First of all, he was on shady stuff from the get-go, but your girl didn't catch the red flags, or I ducked the red flags, or I ran right through the red flags. Like, I just said the red flag. Then I was doing too much. Like, back then I was kind of toxic. I was still young and dumb. I was codependent. I was a whole lot of stuff you don't want to be and you want to learn from, which I did. This man, but my main red flag of when I should have stopped talking to the man is when Fumble snuck me in to his parents' house. So basically, he didn't want his mama and pop to find out about me, and I should have been like, why not? I could just be a friend. Like, you don't got to introduce me as your girlfriend, but I could just be a friend. Like, we all grown to have friends here, but it's weird you sneaking me in. And then on top of the fact that he snuck me into his crib, when I got to the room, I'm like, do you even live here? Like, is this your parents' house? Is this somebody else's house? Is this an abandoned house? Like, where are we at? Because, y'all, there was no bed in his room. There was no chair to sit on. Like, this man had me chilling and laying down or sitting down in a blanket on the floor. So I'm just confused at this point. Like, okay, like, this is weird. So, and like I said, I don't knock nobody down. Like, I know it's a struggle sometimes, but the fact, on top of the fact that you finna have me sitting here on a blanket on the floor, you also sneaking me in because you don't want your parents to know. Y'all, come to find out, he had a whole girlfriend or whatever that situation is that his whole family knew about, and basically I was the side girl. But that's for a different story, because me and her got into it, and That's for a different story, y'all. Like, that was dumb. Like, when I tell you I was young and dumb, I was young and dumb. But anyways, so another red flag is Fumble never had money. Like I said, he was always fumbling the bag, y'all. Like, the bag just never caught up to the man. Like, and back then, I was Captain Save a Hoe. Like, back then, for whatever reason, I wanted to be Captain Save a Hoe, Captain Save a Bum, Captain Save the World. I don't know, but I was always saving people. I'm still trying to learn not to do that, y'all, because I got a big heart. Like, I really do. And it's okay to hold your man down. It's okay to be there for your man. But what's not okay is the struggle love, y'all. The struggle love. Like, back then, I always felt like I had to nurture and care for somebody and build them up so I could show my love to them so that they know I'm down through the struggles and up and all this blah, blah, blah bullshit. Because at the end of the day, like, yes, you could help somebody out, but if you're helping somebody out and on top of you helping them out, they're not knowing your worth, they're still treating you like and they're not caring for you, they're not trying to better themselves, they're not doing anything to take care of themselves, to change, the issues that they got going on. Baby, that love is not worth the struggle. That love is not worth the struggle. That's damaging your coins, your energy, blocking your blessings, your income, your mental state, and your health. Don't do it. Don't do it. I've come to learn that now. Like, I literally feel like I just learned that. Nobody's perfect. As long as you grow and you're bettering yourself and you're learning from your mistakes and you see people for who they are, if they're toxic, you cut them off, you don't continue in the same hole, then you're good. Then it really don't matter. So I had to do my little Dr. Emily lesson right there. So to continue with the story, y'all, I'm sorry that I'm everywhere. Like I said, bear with me. This is my first story times. I am sure that they will get better, as I get more comfortable with telling these stories and kind of like getting tips from y'all or like, yeah. So just bear with me, period. Because if you care for me and you in this journey with me, then you will commit and subscribe to the channel, period. Why you watching and not subscribe? That's weird. That's weird. Me being Captain Save a Bum, y'all, I was always giving Fumble money to, he would always have a little sob story on why he needed funds. Like, basically, he always needed funds to get more funds. Like, he always needed a little money to do some plays. For y'all who don't know what plays is, I feel like not every state like calls their money moves the same, but in the L plays, I feel like they still call it that, it's basically doing a little some funny for your cash, funny for the money, like basically doing something that's probably not legal to get some funds or to get some cash. I'm not finna go too deep into it, but yeah, basically a little something funny for the money. So I was always giving him cash.
But I never saw those funds in return. Like,
that's why Fumble was always fumbling the bag. Like, there was always some story on why he wasn't able to get anything out of that play. And I'm just confused, like, okay, like, it's just really not working for you, huh? Life is hitting you hard. Fumble would also ask me for money to roll or to play dice. Like, for y'all who don't know what dice is, I don't know too much about that game, but basically dice is like where guys just be, betting on a number or something. I think I'm probably wrong on how this game goes, but they roll the dice, whatever number it is, somebody get everybody cash that they bet on the number on. Probably completely wrong, but whatever it is Man rolls some dice, they throw it on the floor, and then somebody get the cash. When I tell you, Fumble was never getting the cash. Fumble was never getting the cash. Like, he always lost in that dice roll. Like, I just never understood. I'm
never winning the cash. It was giving, you're not too good at this game. It was giving, maybe you should try a different game. It was giving, don't play this game ever again.
But me being Captain Save a Bum, I kept giving this man cash. I kept giving this man cash every now and then. And I mean, it wouldn't be no crazy honeys or nothing like that, but it was still my hard-earned money. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I don't know if I went up to 30, but just know they added up. It added up. No matter how small the portions were, it was the quantity that was adding up for me, and that was the issue. So anyways, but like I said, I'm Captain Save a Bum at that time, so I was giving him funds, but it started getting to a point that I was starting to get tired of giving Fumble funds, because I'm like, this man is just not getting anywhere with his life. He keeps using and using me for some funds, and he never comes with no funds. Like, his plays suck, and he just don't know how to get some money, and it's not working. It's not working. It's giving me, you need to get another career or another job or a job, because he didn't have a job. That's not a job. Funny money. So it was giving me, I'm about to start distancing myself. So that's what I did. But like I said, back then I was a little codependent. I still be in toxic relationships just to get that little attention. And so I would still hit up Fumble. He would, of course, still hit up me. And we would communicate. So y'all, to get to the real story of it all. So one day, Fumble's like, yo, I need your help. I don't even know if he said it like this for real. He probably didn't address me as yo. So one night he was like, hey,
I need your help.
and I'm like, at this point, I'm tired of Fumble. I'm like,
thinking in my head, like, what does this man want now? Like, he's gonna ask for some more money. I don't have any more money to give this man. Like, I'm broke because he broke at this point. Like, I need to catch up to my funds.
you know, I wasn't working like a good job. You know, I said it was 6 years ago, so I was young. I was probably working at, I don't know if I was working at old people or elderly home, or if I was working at Culver's, which is like a fast food restaurant at that time, but I wasn't making that much. So I'm like, real tired of this man, real tired of Fumble, y'all. So I responded to Fumble and I'm like, question mark.
Like, what is it that you need? Like, what is it, basically?
So Fumble was like, yeah, I need help to make, I need you to take me to make this play. So I'm like, okay, well, what kind of play? Because I'm like, I'm not trying to get into anything like that. But Fumble was real good with the word of mouth, y'all. He was real good. Because Fumble would always speak on how when, like, every play that he attempted to make, Fumble would always be like, yeah, when I get this play, we gonna get some money. I'm gonna give you some money. We gonna do this. I'm gonna take you out. We can do this and this and that with the money. And I was young and dumb, y'all, young and dumb. I was like, yeah, he gonna come up with the fund, give me a little sum that's gonna pay me back for what I gave him and some, and I'm gonna be able to be good. I'm gonna be good. We gonna be good. We gonna be getting money. Y'all, that never happened. That never happened. And let me tell you why. He was always fumbling the bag. I know there's some men out there that make plays and they really be getting to the money, like they do. And not that I promote or support that, because I feel like we should all make honest money, y'all. Like, people work hard for their money. He was like, yeah, once you get here, I'm gonna tell you more details on it because I don't want to speak about it on the phone, which I understood that, but I'm just like, Like, I need to know what I'm getting into. I'm not trying to drive all the way over there. But y'all, what did I do? I drove all the way over there because I was young and dumb. Like, I was young and dumb. Which is a red flag right there, y'all. Y'all probably like, why did you go if you didn't know where you were going? But y'all, that's a red flag right there. Never do nothing without knowing what you're getting into. Always know what you're getting into before you get into it. And that's that. Don't just go blind to a situation. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. Mm-mm. So anyways, I go pick up the man and his friend because his friend was coming along or whatnot. I know y'all thinking, like, if you knew it could have been illegal activities because you know what a play means, why did you do it? But y'all, like I said, if y'all wasn't paying attention in the beginning,
I was young and dumb.
And I was toxic. I was really on my Bonnie and Clyde, Captain Save a Bum, Save a Hoe, Save the World, and be there for my mans, which at the end of the day wasn't really my mans, but I wasn't in the right mindset. I'm over here like, yeah, whatever, it's illegal, but this is my man. I gotta hold him down. Just saying that now just made me want to smack myself. Like, shut the fuck up. Okay, so I go pick these men up. I go pick him and his friend up. They tell me the location. We go to the location. As I'm driving to the location, I'm like, this look a little familiar. Where, like, this look familiar. Y'all, come to find out, this house was across the street to one of my old ex's house. That was neither here nor there. That didn't matter, but it was just, you know, what a coinky dink, because I was like, okay. So it's of course nighttime by now, and he was like, pull over right here. You know, we got to the street of where the house was at, and he was like, pull over right here, drop me off right here, and I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna walk up to the house. So I'm like, okay, what are you gonna do at this house? He's like, oh, I gotta go in, make a play or whatever. He didn't tell me as far as what he was doing there. I already felt like there was some shady stuff going on, like, because they was over here just looking around the house, looking like they got closer, they snuck up to the house, they was looking at the doors, looking at the windows. So I already knew that, like, this some iffy stuff going on. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna do something. Like, so they came back and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, aren't you gonna go in there? And he talking about, oh yeah, hold on, because I'm gonna go, because my friend told me that this house is empty for this amount of time this weekend, because I guess whoever lived in the house supposedly were on a trip or whatnot, and his man told him. And I'm laughing, y'all, because just wait till we get to the end, because this is a mess. But his friend told him that the people was leaving for some days, and you know, it's a big house. It was a big mansion. It was a pretty big house, and to go up in there, and they was gonna have this and this and that, and basically he was robbing the place. And I'm like, what? You doing what? You're robbing what? Okay, because I didn't sign up for this. Like, what? You're robbing? At this point, I'm sure y'all thinking like, why didn't you leave, girl? Why did you stay? But like I said, I was young and dumb, and I was playing Bonnie and Clyde. I was playing Ride or Die. I was playing all these dumb things that I really shouldn't have been doing. So anyways, at this point, I also didn't want to leave them there, you know, and have them get caught if things really go down. So they leave again, and this time they get into the house. And y'all, I am shaking in my boots. I'm shaking in my boots, y'all. I'm nervous. I'm like, what did I get myself into? Especially because this house, it was a really big mansion looking house, but it was in the ghetto, it was the weirdest place. It was the weirdest thing, but this house was in the ghetto. You know, because of the area that we were at was so like full of just violence and just stuff, just full of the ghetto-y stuff. Cops were up and down the main street. So, and I was close to the main street, like I was parked on a side street, but I was facing the main street. So every time a cop car came back, like I was in my car shaking. Like every time
The car came, I'm like, oh my God, that's for us. We're caught. We're done. What I get myself into, that's my life right there.
boom. But each time it passed. I'm still waiting in the car. I'm like, these boys need to hurry up. I'm not trying to be here any longer. Like, it's nighttime. I just want to go home. Like, what's the hold up? Y'all, so they start coming out, and I'm like, thank God. Like, okay, they finally back. He got the money. I'm thinking I'm finna get some of the money because I'm the driver here. And at this point, I put my life and my freedom at risk for this dumb stuff that I don't think that I wasn't 100% aware of what was going to happen. So I definitely need my funds. I need to see the income. So yeah, they walk back and they come in and they're like, and I'm like, okay, so are we ready? He's like,
nah, I haven't found the money yet.
and I'm like, you haven't found the money yet? You haven't? I thought you said your friend who was messaging you, who was in some other area, because why isn't he here if he knows where things are at, supposedly? I thought he told you where to look and what to do and blah, blah, blah. And he talking about,
no, the house is trashed. It's a dump site. There's dirty diapers everywhere. And I'm finna go back and keep looking.
and I'm like, wait a minute.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Wait a minute. You gonna go back? How the hell? This house is, you're talking about this house is full of dirty diapers. This house is full of trash. It look like nobody has been living in there. It look like it's abandoned. And you finna go back in there to ruffle in some what? Some trash? Like where's the money? Like, did they, what is this, a treasure hunt? Did they bury the money somewhere so nobody would find it and make a mess in the house so it looks random and like there's nothing in there? Because I'm confused. So, you know, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because like he seems so sure that there was funds in there. So y'all, he was like, no, just a few more minutes, go park in the alley, blah blah blah. So at this point, I'm irritated and I'm nervous still because, y'all, I'm tired of being here and the cops were up and down this area. So I go park in the valley and I'm waiting a few more moments because when they came out, like I said, they didn't find anything. So I went in the alley. Like I said, I'm shaking in my boots because basically the alley was right behind someone's house. So I didn't know if it was like in between houses and a fence and stuff. So I didn't know if somebody was going to be like, why is this car here? So, and call the police. And then at the same time, it's the ghetto. So they probably used to people parking there and just on some weird stuff. But I turned my lights off. I turned everything off. And y'all, I was shaking because I saw a cop go into the side street and just drive by. Mind y'all, that's not weird for this area because like I said, it's the ghetto. Like, so they just be up and down searching for God knows what and God knows who, a paycheck basically. 15 more minutes go by and I already, at this point, I've been there for like 35 minutes, maybe 25 at the least. No, at this point I already been there for like 35 minutes or so, and 15 more minutes go by. I'm like, what the heck, like what's going on, blah blah blah. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because this man was so sure, like, no, my friend told me there was funds in here, blah blah blah. So at this point I'm irritated and time's going by. I'm like, where the fuck is they at? Why is his friend not telling him where the stuff is? Like, what's going on? I'm getting irritated. They come back and I'm like, okay, they got the money. Because at this point, I'm like, they have to have the money because We've been here for almost an hour or so. You know, they gotta have the money. Y'all, they came back with no money. They came back with no money, talking about,
Oh, it looked like bums have been living in there for a while. There was no money. It was just a whole bunch of trash. Like I said, dirty diapers and just paper and stuff everywhere. And I'm
Like, so did your friend set you up to be a dumbass tonight? Like, did your friend set you up to just waste your time, waste my time, waste everybody's time here? Because not only did I put my life at risk and my freedom, but you also gonna come back with no money?
with no money, sir. That's what you get for doing dirty plays instead of just going out and getting a job, a J-O-B, a job, go get a job. But then on top of that, you gonna come out with no money. So I'm confused. So at this point, I'm irritated, like, okay, asking questions like, okay, so what possessed your friend of thinking that there was people living here and they went on a trip? Because for you to sit up here and just know that, you gotta know, you gotta live by, you gotta know somebody around that you be staying at and just chilling and normally see people in and out this house, a family in and out this house that, okay, well, they're going out, they haven't been here for a while, they're not there. Like, what exactly possessed your friend to think that there was money in here? Like, just because it was nice from the outside? Has he seen people here? Does he see randos coming in? Has he seen people come in years? Like, what is going on? Because for there to be dirty diapers and trash all around the house, there hasn't been movement in and out the house for a while. And if there has, the people coming in gonna look a little weird, a little funky, a little out of place, because they're gonna be bums, probably homeless people. So y'all, long story short, that was a fumble play, and fumbled the bag again. Fumble did not come out with any funds. Fumble got fumbled. So y'all, took them back home. At this point, I'm like, I don't even care. Yes, I wasted gas, and yes, I didn't get any funds, but to be honest, I don't know how good I would feel just receiving dirty money that I know that someone took from someone else. And I'm glad that I still have my freedom, that I still have my life, because a lot of things could have went south in that story, y'all. Because to be honest, that sounded to me like his friend was playing him. Like, and I don't know if he was playing him for a kiki or he could have been playing him for a setup for another situation to happen. So luckily, God was with me that night. We all got home safely. I took his bum fumbly butt to his house, and I took my young and dumb Captain Save-A-Bum butt back to my house. And after that, I kind of started slowly. That's a lie. Because I kept speaking to Fumble, because like I said, there was a story where I had to argue with his main chick, and I think she was the main chick, or he just had a few chicks, I don't know. But y'all, I hope y'all like this story. Please like and subscribe. I got so many other stories. Like I said, this was my first story time. I'm sorry if I was everywhere. I did write notes. I kind of viewed them, but I wanted it to kind of flow out naturally, because this is not a made-up story. So basically, yeah. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. I hope y'all liked it. I will have more stories up. I will get better at telling these story times. Suscríbanse, dame un like, comenten, y bye y'all. I'm about to take my butt to sleep because I'm tired. Adios.